Yeah, I think as we talked about earlier today, Paul Millsap leaves a huge void as a talented player, but also as a leader. And going into that Sacramento game, I think that's when it really started. And quick conversation with him in that hotel lobby. Hey, you got to be a leader, and I think he's really taken that to heart, Allie. I think he's looking to encourage. I think he's looking to be positive, and I think he's looking to use his voice because, come on, he scores 28 points, right? What does he have? 13 rebounds, 8 assists. 14 of those 28 he scored in the fourth quarter. Without Paul Millsap, he is our go-to player, not only to score but to make plays for everybody else. And so he's accepting the challenge of becoming a leader. And being a leader is not easy because you got to do the right thing every day. And Nikola is ready to do that for us.
Speaking of fourth quarter, end of the third there, the Grizzlies went on a run. Nikola checked back in. How did he change the dynamic of the game?
He calmed us down. I think they went on a 18-5 run to close that third quarter to cut it to 2. And obviously that third quarter was a combination of turnovers. It's a combination of missed defensive assignments. And it was a combination of missed free throws. And give them credit, it's tough to beat a team for 48 minutes. So you go from being up 20 to now all of a sudden it's a 2-point game. What I loved about that fourth quarter group, we start that fourth quarter on a 13-5 run, regain control, force them to call a couple of timeouts. And just think about the group that we did it with. Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Juancho, Kenneth, and Nikola. That's 4 young guys who, in a very tough situation, had poise, stepped up. Juancho made some big plays. Jamal did. Kenneth did. All those guys did. So it was really kind of like a character gut win. I was really proud of that group, especially all the young guys that were on the floor for us.
Yeah, a member of that group got to start tonight, Kenneth Reed. What did you think of his performance overall?
Oh, I thought it was terrific. He makes a really big defensive play in that fourth quarter. Somebody has a wide open layup. Kenneth does what he does, comes out of nowhere and protects the rim, blocks a shot. We got rebounded that team by 27 rebounds, 50-23. You don't see that very often in the NBA. And even though we turned it over a lot, that team is number 1 in turnovers. We turned them over 18 times tonight for 29 points. So we won the turnover battle, if you will, even though we turned it over way too many times. But I thought Kenneth was terrific. His energy, his rebounding, stepped up, made some big free throws down the stretch.
Final one for me, but what was going through your head when Jamal Murray got that block?
I was happy for him. He got a little excited, but he's got to be a little bit more disciplined in the other areas of the game. But it was a hell of an athletic play, and he's got to learn. He can't talk so much smack because we play this team 3 more times. So I'm sure Mario Chalmers will remember that.
So do you need to say anything to Nikola when he checks back in the fourth quarter? Is it now to a point where he knows, okay, maybe I need to take over this game or calm this team down?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell by the play calling. It was a situation where, okay, up 20, now we're up 2, and they have all the momentum. Let's put our lineup back in the game and kind of see what we can do. And obviously, without Paul Millsap, Nikola now becomes our go-to guy. And what's great about Nikola is that he doesn't have to be a go-to player to score every time. He has to be a go-to player to make the right play, and he does that all the time. So he knows that, and he knows. Like, it was funny. I call a play. He hits a wide open 3, and he's pointing to me on the bench. Great call, coach. I said, it's not a great call. It's a great shot. You know what I mean? If you miss a shot, it's not a great call. But he's a hell of a player, and obviously watching him and Gasol battle tonight, 2 great players who almost mirror each other.
Some of those leadership qualities really similar to the defensive side of the ball too. When that fourth quarter came around, he was getting deflections and really moving well. What did you see from him defensively tonight?
I thought obviously we held that team to 18 points in the fourth quarter, and I think everybody shared in that. I thought Juancho had a couple of big plays, Kenneth had a couple of big plays, but Nikola's talking. I mean, he's talking not only in the huddles like Allie talked about, but he's talking on the court, which is just as important. And you want your 5-man, your center, to be the anchor of your defense. You want him to be the guy that covers up for people's mistakes at the rim, but you also want him being a traffic cop and talking and pointing and letting everybody know what's going on. And I think you're starting to see more of that from Nikola. So I was just really proud once again. Think of that lineup, all those young players, and to win a game like that for them, what a great experience. So hopefully we can keep this going in the right direction.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is your 3rd game now without Paul. What steps do you think that maybe you took tonight just to kind of propel yourself into kind of this new world that you guys are in?
Well, hopefully it gives us confidence. I mean, so right now we've done a great job at home. I think we're 8-2 at home now. But hopefully it gives us confidence in this regard, Gina. We went to Paul Millsap so often down the stretch in these types of games, and he delivered. He made big play after big play. So now we don't have Paul, I mean, not to be corny, but Paul's not walking through that door, as they say, right? He's going to be out for a while. So it was great to see Jamal, Gary, Juancho, Kenneth, and Nikola all step up and make big plays in that fourth quarter. And again, for Nikola to get 14 points, I think 7 rebounds in the fourth quarter speaks to his ability and the fact that he can be our closer. And obviously we're going to be in this situation many more times, and hopefully it continues to go the way it did tonight.
Yeah, the half-court offense was really humming in the first half. Why do you think it was working so well?
Let's say it again.
The half-court offense was really humming in the first half. It looked like. Why do you think it was working so well?
I think ball movement. I mean, at halftime we had 17 assists. You know, I mean, which is a great number. You know, and for the game we only had 24. But 17 of those came in that first half. And when the ball moves like that, no matter who you are, you become really hard to guard. Unfortunately, we had 13 turnovers, I think, in that first half, and that continues to be a problem for us. But you know, you shoot 57% from the foul line, you have 21 turnovers and 21 points, and you're still able to pull out a win because you get key stops and you execute down the stretch and you got to step up and make big plays.
Marc Gasol doesn't kill you shooting, but he gets a career high in assists. Do you kind of just live with that, knowing you can't stop every facet of his game?
Yeah, he's so talented. That's why, like I said earlier, like watching him and Nikola, it's like a mirror of each other. You know, how skilled they are and how their IQ and their unselfishness and how they make everybody better around them. So to your point, you know, he goes out there, gets 15 points, 14 assists, and 6 rebounds. He's a hell of a talented player, and you have to take something away. And we did a good job in terms of guarding him. But if you take away his offense, he's going to find other people. And that's where we had some breakdowns in that stretch when they got back in that game.
Thank you, guys.
Coach, thank you.
Just want a big shout out